Good morning, good afternoon. This is the Experts About Nothing podcast. I'm your host, Wesley, and we have returned. Byron, man, how you surviving today?
Well, I'm doing pretty good, man. Just glad to be here, you know. Just trying to get to the middle of the week. That's all.
I feel you
And
on
finish
that.
out the week strong. Finish out the week strong.
Okay. Well, Brent, man, how you doing out here in these streets?
Hey man, it's Tuesday, and like Byron said, man, we try to get to the end of the week. I'm out here like a baseball coming off one of them torpedo bats in MLB. Man, I'm flying out of here. We out to park.
So, yeah, I see that your team came out with some new bets and some people up in their feelings, huh?
Hey man, listen, just like people hate the tush push, people hate greatness. I mean, y'all mad because y'all didn't think about it, but we already cleared it by the folks at the MLB. So haters gonna hate. That's all I know.
So, how long you think that's gonna last? Do you think it's gonna
It
stay or
is
what?
it'll stay. Probably what'll happen. Other teams will adopt those bats because it's technically a regular bat. They just redistribute where the wood is located and they move the logo. So it'd be no different than if you technically turn the bat, except they manufacture the bat in a way that you don't have to turn the bat to turn away from the logo, so you get more wood on ball. But I mean, if you think about it, the way bats were constructed back in the day, they were solid wood, right? So it's in a way, it's almost back to the way that baseball should be. I mean, obviously, though, construction style allows you to play with that a little bit, right? So you get some flexibility. But MLB already cleared it, so just the other teams for some reason are just perplexed because we hitting them things at the park. And either way it goes, you still got to have good hand-eye coordination to make contact with that ball to drive it. So, I mean,
Hey, well, shout out to everybody that's into the baseball. Hey, I guess the Yankees finna run amok for a little while until the other teams get their own bets. So I know you feeling good about that, huh, Brent?
I mean, listen, I didn't know
Let's
why
keep
we was hitting so many home runs. I was feeling good about the home runs, and then I heard about the torpedo bat. I was perplexed, but then I thought, you know what? This sounds like a weapon of mass destruction. I'm with it.
it.
Torpedo bat. Now that's two weapons in one.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, as long as they work, that's the important part. As long as they work for y'all and y'all got y'all advantage. But I mean, it's a long season, so I'm sure the other teams will figure something out, like you said before. But anyway, I guess we'll go ahead on and jump into the show. Durante said he was gonna be here, y'all. So I guess y'all's mans will be here at some point in time. You know what I mean? Or he might be watching and wanting to make a grand entrance. I don't know. More than likely, that Slurpee that he had that knocked him out. And that's quite unfortunate. But anyway, um, real quick, I wanted to let's get into this LeBron, Stephen A. and Bronny situation because we hadn't talked about that yet. Um, for those of y'all that don't know, at a game a little while back, uh, LeBron approached Stephen A. And had some words for him, and then Stephen A. then took it upon himself to bring it up on his show, and then he took it upon himself to bring it up again, saying if that man would have touched me, I would have had to swing on him. And he also said he would have got beat down, but he would have had to swing on him. Now here's my thing: why don't we just stop talking about Bronny at the end of the day? You're only talking about Bronny because it's LeBron. Because if it was any other player, you're not talking about it. And we know this is true because nobody talking about Gary Payton's son, right?
I
No.
mean, not the same way. No,
Ain't anybody talking about him. None of the other.
Scotty,
Yes. Yeah. Pippen son. You ain't talking about him, right?
Kenyon Martin,
Ain't nobody talking about KJ. You don't hear about none of these other players' sons, right?
not in a
Hardaway.
negative light.
Well, you don't hear, but they don't talk. Well, there's not a segment that Stephen A. has done that I've seen, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I've not seen a single Stephen A. segment on anybody outside of LeBron James Jr. So they're only doing it for the attention of it. And at the end of the day,
Because he want to marry LeBron. That's why. That's why
the
the fuck
man
he
has
want to marry
arrived.
that man.
I don't trust these celebrities though. I feel like they probably use that as a ploy to get more ratings, so they can see what he's talking about. I mean, Stephen A. just signed a $100 million contract.
He did.
So I feel like this is just a plot. LeBron ain't that sensitive, bro. I mean, they've been talking about dudes since he's been in the league.
Well, hold on,
So
wait. But Byron, think about it like this now. It's one thing to talk about me. You can talk about me all you want. But when they get to talk about them kids, though, you think about this, Byron. Somebody start talking about them girls, it's a whole nother game plan, right?
We
but they're
jumping.
adults though. They're adults at the time. I mean, if they signed up for this though.
Byron, you know good. Don't lie to me. You know good and well. You know good and well. If something going on with your girls, somebody messing with them, no matter how old they are, that beard gonna be all gray. If something jump off, you showing up.
That too. Yeah, I mean, if they jump out of line, yeah. But I know enough to so that's what they signed up for. If that's what they signed up for, but I ain't been in the light like that.
But also, let
For
me ask,
LeBron to react like
what did
that
he
is
sign up
crazy.
for? What did Bronny sign up for?
Everything to come with this,
What did he sign up for?
everything to come with it.
All he wants to do is play basketball.
But he a man though. It's different. It's different, bro.
I'm not following. Talk to me.
I told you.
I'm waiting. Tell me.
I'm just saying that's what he signed up for, Wes. You know what come with this?
I don't.
Everything LeBron gets, all the hate, the jersey burning. I mean, it's probably I don't know if it affected Bronny or whatever, but it could have, because it's different. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? You turn on the TV and they talking about you. They talking bad about you.
Yeah.
You know, LeBron that's been happening for 20 some years, so he used to it.
Right.
Or maybe I don't know. But LeBron is still fresh, so I understand it. I get your point, but I kind of going towards, man, this what you signed up for.
But how did he sign up for it when he literally is just trying to play basketball? He's the
Bro,
55th pick, the 55th pick.
nobody just playing basketball. Nobody just playing. You're LeBron James' son. You know what that come with, bro. You gotta know what that come with. We
How,
ain't
but, how,
naive, man.
but how does he choose
Come on,
that?
man.
How does he choose that?
Bro,
But he
you
signed
shouldn't have
up.
played basketball then. You could have went. You could have worked. You could have went and worked at Chick-fil-A. They always hire. My
Hey,
Man.
pleasure. But you didn't want to do that.
Brand,
hey, yo.
I'm done with your boy. Talk to him.
Yeah. Well, no.
Uh,
So I want to ask both
Bro,
of you a question, and Durante as well. So, on the one hand, being a professional athlete does make you susceptible to some criticism. I'm gonna give Byron that. So let's go with that. He is a professional athlete. He's a paid athlete. All right. Hold on, Wes. I'm coming back to your side. Now, to Wes's point, as we set up the topic, I do think that there is a fairness factor that plays a role in that. Now, to Stephen A. Smith said LeBron said all these things. LeBron said a handful of things, but for the most part of the year, I've seen social media do more with Bronny and the media than some of what LeBron is saying about his son. Okay. Now, that being said, to Wes's point earlier, we don't hear the same level of criticism. And I know Byron saying, well, it's LeBron James' son. It's different. It'd be like if Mike's son made the league, right? But you don't see the same level of statements made towards all of the juniors that play. We talked about Scottie Pippen Jr. We talked about KJ. We one set of brothers we didn't talk about, although obviously the older one is made a name for himself in Steph, right? But we don't hear a lot about Seth Curry, right? And he's not Steph, and he's probably closer to being like Dale than anything else, right? And that's not a knock on him. I mean, he's a basketball player and he's made a career out of it. But the level of criticism that has been cast to Bronny, you could argue is unfair. Does he have a target on his back? Yes. He's the son of, a Mount Rushmore player. in the NBA history, right? That's a given. He is a professional athlete, so there will be some criticism. But I do wonder about what level of criticism is fair when you're comparing, when you're not doing the same level of let me get at you to Bronny James that you are, that that you don't show towards Gary Payton II or Pippen Jr. and so on.
Byron, I got a why are you okay? I don't know why you spotted. Anyway, I got a question for you. Who was the 38th pick in the draft?
Oh, we can't hear you, bro.
Shit.
He said he don't. He said he don't know.
I know you say he don't know, and I could ask him. I could probably ask him who was the 20th pick in the draft. You don't know?
No. I haven't spoken. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? I just want to say, you can't talk to Byron like that because he watches the game and watches everything about the sport. So he should have the answer, right?
Is that what
I'm
it
just
is?
saying he should. No, he should have the answer if he watches the game and everything like that. So,
Man, when you going back home?
who
You.
I can get off.
I just gotta fix your mic. You good? And
I'm
I
using
guess
some other headphones. It's okay.
no, you
Make
just
this
doing
work.
that popping thing you do where I gotta reconnect. Hey, Byron, you back? You. Yes, we can hear you.
All right, cool.
All right, bet. So back to my question to you. And Durante, we definitely gonna let you speak. I just want to know. I mean, shoot. I mean, shoot, man. Who was the 14th pick in the draft? Byron?
Man, we don't know, Wes.
You don't know, huh?
Wes, you saying all this for
Oh, I'm-
nothing though. He's LeBron James' son. If Jordan's son would have been any pick, it would have been at the bottom. Like, bro, it don't matter. Like he said, a Mount Rushmore player. Come on, man.
a Mount Rushmore player, but he's not. He's his son. Jordan's son didn't even make the league, bro.
Who was a grown man. I said if Jordan's son
But
was
he
in the
did.
league, man, he would have got it worse.
I doubt that,
If he didn't pan out, bro, they would make him not even want to touch a basketball.
bro. Because of the way that these journalists, because that's really what it is. The age of those journalists, they wouldn't have done that. Because Jordan is their king. There's nothing Jordan or his lineage can do wrong.
You haven't been watching his son?
Oh, I've seen his son, but is his son popping up on Sports Center? I mean, he's making interesting life
He on
decisions.
World Star. He on World
man.
Star.
Well, I
He
mean,
on World Star.
hey,
He on World Star.
I believe that. Durante, man, talk to me.
For what?
This scenario, this situation. I know you got some input and a lot of things to say. But I don't
Bronny
think
would be on your ESPN regardless of what he did.
because they like to hate on LeBron and got to find a flaw for anything,
That's
even if
fine.
it's the same. It's crazy to me. It's totally unnecessary. But Durante,
I mean, like Byron said, the man in the spotlight, so he got to defend himself. But I understand I don't have kids, so I can't say this, but I do understand the dad mentality, mom mentality, where you feel like you have to protect your child. I get that, but you're a grown man. I get what Byron's saying. I see both sides. I do see both sides. But Byron, sorry, my apologies.
You
Wes,
thinking about me? It's all good.
calls. If I tell you where I met, you're gonna be pissed off. I ain't gonna tell you. I'll tell you afterwards. But
Hey, yo.
Wes,
I think the show might need to know where you at, boss.
somebody's auntie house. Now, Back to what the fuck I was saying.
Hashtag Auntie Slayer.
Back to what I was saying. I just think how can I put this? Byron, this goes to you, and you and me can talk about it if you really want to. But I think West just be dick riding. That's just me. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I just feel like he dick riding. But now, mind you, this whole Stephen A. and LeBron James thing is hilarious to me. Stephen A. just needs to sit his ass down. He not a hater. Stephen A. will respect LeBron, but just some cases it's like you just might have to just let bygones be bygones and walk away from certain stuff. You know what I mean? So I just want to see them in a UFC fight at this point. Well, I mean, or in the boxing ring. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Byron, that's how I feel. How you feel?
I feel like he looking at it the wrong angle, man.
All right, so he a
Bronny,
dick rider. Maybe that's just me. All right, cool.
he Bronny a grown man, bro. I mean, his daddy took up for him. Yeah, his pop shit was that. LeBron, it ain't that serious. Stephen A. gonna Stephen A. He need ratings. That's just, but it could just be a ploy. You just never know. He needs to be a hero and a villain too. That's how you make the story go. So I just feel like it's a play. Like I don't know. That's just my spider senses.
So Brand, give me a sec. I gotta get with Durante real quick, and Byron as well.
Get with him.
So you going in on me for believing that a parent should protect their kid, right? But I mean, we saw Grant ready to throw hands with Shannon Sharp. Yeah, y'all see that? Did anybody see that? You didn't see a parent trying to get into some things over his kid.
I seen a couple parents trying to jump Cam Newton. That shit relevant. I don't know what to tell you at this point.
I mean, you saw that too. But I'm just saying, you trying to. I don't know why. That's a grown man too, ain't it? Ain't it, Byron? That's a grown man with them things apparently around him, with them guns around him, with them weapons around him. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, supposedly, all those things. But yet he took it upon himself to want to potentially go at Shannon Sharp. So I just want to know.
He could have tried it.
They was looking to try it. I mean, it got broke up and all that good stuff, as most things do. But what was that? That's a grown man, ain't it?
Yeah.
So T Moran was out of line trying to, get into that action.
That's kind of different though. Like that's like being on the. That's kind of like being on the court and somebody trash talking, and you said it can get ugly. It can get y'all just going back and forth. That's different. That's heated the moment.
Okay, well, Braun's situation was heated the moment. He saw Stephen A. and was like, "Hey,
that won't heat the moment. They won't.
You've been running your mouth,
actively going at. Yeah,
you've been running your mouth, ain't you? Let me holler at you real quick."
That's what he's supposed to do. He run his mouth for a living.
Okay, about my son. That ain't doing nothing to bother nobody. He literally trying to make it in the league. As I said, you can't tell me the 14th pick.
Can I ask a question?
About the 55th pick.
But can I ask a question?
We get it, Wes.
No, you know what? Yeah, you're right. We get it. I don't know.
We get it, Wes.
Also,
it's LeBron James' son.
I'm not hating. Go, my fault.
Earlier, MJ 1233 said Michael Jordan's son been the king of world star boats, holes, and booger sugar.
Oh shoot, that's wild.
And he follows that up with this one for you, Durante. He said Durante looking like an HDMI cable. So if that helps you.
Hey, whoever that is. Wait, what was his name?
MJ 1233.
I don't know who that is, but your mama next. I'm just saying. That's why she's on my list. Your mother's on my list. Fuck you. I don't know who it is, but your mother on my list.
10-4. I'm glad you let the world know. All right, Brad,
I really don't know who it is, but
well,
it's Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Oh, that's messed up because I love his mom.
Apparently, a little too much.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, that's my boy. I ain't gonna do Mike like that.
Your mother.
No, I was just gonna close it out with this, and we could get to the next topic. I will say this to Byron's point, and maybe a little bit to Durante's as well, but mostly Byron. I will say it is interesting the timing of this, because let's think about what's happened in the last 2.5 months. Stephen A. signs the $100 million contract. Luka Doncic and AD get swapped around, right? The Lakers go from middle of the pack in the West to almost cream of the crop. They up and near the top, right? The Lakers have been on a win streak. Well, what you need to do, you need to drum up storylines, and you could say well anything you want about the negatives of going for Bronny. You could say what you. ESPN single-handedly has been LeBron's biggest hype machine and his greatest detractor all at the same time for his entire career. If you think about they hyped the man up, but the man didn't win a chip fast enough for him, so they started to tear the man down. The man go to Miami. Oh, okay. Now he's super teamed and he became the villain. And so they tailing the narrative he a villain. They get beat by Dallas. They've managed to win one against the Baby Thunder. Okay, cool. Then they had to go 7 against Tim Duncan, but he gets his lick back thanks to Ray Allen and a miracle 3 in the game 6 to force overtime so we could get to a game 7. But like at no point, and you think about it, you go and look at the post. Like, sometimes I just go through social media and I'll scroll and look at the comments from the real people where they'll be like, oh, here's the obligatory LeBron post of the day, right? And it's funny because they thrive off both sides of the negative and positive. And it's also interesting that the executives of ESPN, right, in this week or in the last 2 weeks, all right, they know Stephen A. addressed it on air after the initial confrontation. Stephen A. kept talking about it on other platforms. LeBron came back a little bit on social media. Stephen A. react one more time. LeBron showed up at the man's, not necessarily on Stephen A.'s show, but at the man's place of employment. LeBron doesn't do in-person visitations to these shows. Normally they catch him. It's like an interview. They caught him somewhere closer to the basketball actual arena than him coming.
Well, he didn't come there. He went to Indianapolis. He was in Indianapolis.
But that's what I'm saying. But I mean, it's an ESPN location, Pat McAfee's location, right? Okay.
Pat McAfee's location. ESPN is.
Right, I mean, but Wes is Wes. I understand that for all intents and purposes, simplifying it, Wes, because nobody's going to do that research. But now I'm having to Durante you. Nobody's. I got that, Wes. I understand, Wes. I understand. What I'm saying is, he came to ESPN on their platform, Stephen A. Smith's employer, to shoot shots at Stephen A. Smith. Now, the people at ESPN had to know it was going to drive ratings. So they allowed that to happen so that Stephen A. could shoot back. I'm not saying one side or the other is right. I do think there's a place for criticism. The man is a professional athlete. If you're criticizing his play on the floor, then we're there. Okay, I can get behind that. Where I agree with you, Wes, is I do think it's an unfair bias and slight towards him to hold him to a regard you don't hold the others. Again, I understand relevance as a relation to who his father is, but at the same time, y'all don't have the energy for nobody else. And so I get that component of it. But I do think ESPN is playing the game, because you're not telling me the execs said, okay, Stephen A. Smith, you can talk about the NBA's face and it's going to be cool. And then also LeBron, you can come and shoot shots at Stephen A. all on ESPN's airwaves. That's a coordinated plan by the people that run the show.
I don't think it's coordinated, but if you got the opportunity to get LeBron anywhere, you're going to take it. And Pat McAfee is not going to turn that down. So ESPN could have said no, and Pat McAfee was still going to have him on the show. And at the end of the day, Pat McAfee making those calls because it's his show and they on his coattails, so he can do what he wants. That's why that's the only show on ESPN with A up there cussing and doing whatever they want to do, because that's his show. You know what I mean? They on his coattails because he done made it popular. He sold it to him.
Right.
Which is why it was in Indy and it wasn't in LA or where. I don't know what Byron got going on.
I mean, I got what you said, Wes, but I'm saying while that's true and they give Pat McAfee a lot more leash than they give Stephen A. or some of the other on-air talent, it's still over their airways. And at any point they decide they don't want to do something, Pat McAfee, we got us a contract. And if we feel like you violate terms of that contract, we reserve the right to stop things. They could definitely have pulled it and put something else in that spot if they want.
But that's the thing, though, friend. Like, literally, Pat McAfee streams the show. He does it's double air. It's all it is. It's on his YouTube as well as on ESPN, so they can do that if they want to. That man don't care.
Right. But at the end of the day, Wes, Did ESPN get eyes on TV sets?
Absolutely, because
Okay,
it's
so to
LeBron
Byron's
James.
point, then
They're not
okay,
gonna go away from it.
So to Byron's point, you could make the case how much of it is a game. I'm not saying to LeBron. I think for LeBron it might be serious business, but how much of it is a game with the others, right? And remember too, with the new NBA TV deals, the only company still holding basketball rights that didn't switch hands is ABC, ESPN, Walt Disney Company.
Mm-hmm.
The other two companies that are now coming, they got their rights from so they're the only playing with house money company, as it were. So I think it's fascinating. The other thing is ESPN has had to lay off a ton of talent in the last 2 years. Well, they need something to get eyeballs on screens because people are clearly probably not watching the shows as much as they could or what they would want. So it worked to their advantage. They had back-to-back shows. The Pat McAfee show with LeBron James shooting shots, and here come angry Stephen A. Smith on the back end. Like it was a perfect setup to get people onto televisions during the middle of the day when they are working or doing other things in life. Only reason I even went was because I got the push. I just tell you for myself personally, I was at the job working. I wasn't thinking about it. Got a push notification. I had to find a couple minutes to investigate, see what was going on. So that's why I said to me, I think Byron is on something about a coordinated piece. How much of it's coordinated, I don't know. I would say they maybe, pitted against LeBron a little bit to make it, his emotionality took advantage of that. But Stephen A. Smith could have left this alone after it was a father talking to a father. He left it at that. None of this other stuff would have happened. But Stephen A. Smith kept talking. Who employs Stephen A. Smith? ESPN. Now, Stephen A. Smith can do his own thing.
As a Cowboys fan, when has Stephen A. Smith left anything alone? At any point in time, he take an opportunity to throw a shot at the Cowboys.
Well, when they win, when Jerry Jones produces a team that wins, then Stephen A. Smith ain't got nothing to say. So Jerry Jones do better.
But that's what I'm saying. Yet and still, he takes all these opportunities to get at the Cowboys, but he also took that same opportunity to have Jerry Jones on the show.
They play the game. Skip and Stephen A. has single-handedly put probably about $1 billion into the Cowboys' pocket. The way they talk about them and had them going back and forth, bro.
Oh, also, and Skip and Stephen A. apparently getting back together. So that's just a general hate of LeBron that's bringing people together. So that was a thing too, apparently. So
ratings, man.
Hey, so you can say that I think that they're taking advantage of LeBron wanting to defend his son, but I don't think it was coordinated with LeBron. But I think they're taking advantage of a situation to continue to talk about it. Yeah.
Because okay. Well, so you agree with me to some extent then?
To an extent, but I don't think it was staged on LeBron's hands. I just
think Wes, I gave that stipulation. I said I think they played on his emotion. He was upset about his son, which I mean, yeah, I get it. I mean, now again, to Byron's point, that's a grown man, but I get it. That's your son. You're always going to feel that protectors. Also, remember too, while it's his son and he's grown, there's a piece of him that is also Savannah, and that part of LeBron is always going to go to war. So, I mean, even if the man is grown, he look at him, he see his son, but more importantly, he got to answer to Mrs. James, and that might be the battle. Hey, listen, you got to catch this smoke. I don't care who he is.
Well, anyway, I will leave that topic alone. Byron will probably be back. I don't know what's going on. Durante, did you want to say something before we close out of this? Because you had something to say.
Yeah. Hey, Brent, look, I told niggas I walked in, right? And I decided, you know what? I'm going to prove a point today. Went down to the 7-Eleven, and a homegirl won't pay no attention. She was on the phone, and I was like, bet. Got the big gulp. Wes, it can be done. It can be done. It's melted down. I saved it to show everybody on the podcast. It can be done.
Hey, you realize how that top don't even look like it fit on it?
It does fit, you idiot.
It looks improper. Yeah, I was waiting on you to turn it up to the side so it all poured out. I was just waiting.
Wes,
just
the fuck you mean it's a popped on?
It just don't look right.
This has been the Express About Nothing podcast. This is where they drag fucking topics and continue on for about 3 hours. Y'all stay safe. I'm getting off.
You the one that drug up an old topic, fool.
I said y'all drug a subject for about 3 hours. Niggas asleep. Mike then text me and said, y'all hurry up and move on.
I'm glad Mike's here. Your
Hell,
audio apparently is going back
he
through
about
y'all.
to.
I don't know what's happening.
I get off. I swear to gosh, I get off.
I, Byron, what are you touching something? What is happening? Why do you keep going up? I don't know what's happening today. I don't know what's happening. Anyways, in other news of tomfoolery, but shout out to the 55th pick in the draft, Broddy James Jr. Continue to do, continue to work on your career and everything. Um, Also, Russell Wilson went to the Giants. How we feeling about that, Durante? Your favorite team, one of your favorite teams.
We'll see what happens in the season when it comes to it. I
That's
don't know
all.
what to tell you. You got two quarterbacks there. We'll see what happens when it comes to it. But shout out to the division. It's four black quarterbacks in one division, first time in history.
Mm. You know the tough part about it? 3 of the 4 quarterbacks have played in an NFC championship game. And that's crazy. My heart
That is
hurts.
insane.
I had to say it because it was Durante, it was in me. I'm so
Why
sick
you
of
just
this.
keep hurting yourself, man?
No, I'm not hurting myself.
Why
I'm
you
not
do this
hurting
to
myself.
yourself?
No, I'm not doing it myself. I'm trying to, Wesley, I got to convince
You,
the rest of these Cowboy fans to stop giving Jerry Jones their money until he give us a product that's actually worth a darn. I know that the Giants had to sign Russell Wilson. I get that. But presumably, if he is the starter over Jameis and over DeVito, right? 3 of the 4 starting quarterbacks in the NFC East have played in an NFC championship game. The only one that hasn't is the $60 million man, the highest paid quarterback in the National Football League. I'm just reporting the facts, Wes.
I mean,
They're
you are
just
reporting
facts.
your facts.
So yeah, I hope that Russ, while we're on I hope that they can block for him, Jameis, DeVito, or whoever's going to take snaps back there. Because man, oh man, if they can't block for them, boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be trouble. Also, y'all didn't see this, but Mike said Byron turning the Spider Man right in front of our eyes. Now he's sideways. What is that?
That boy Paul Wall sitting sideways.
You said sideways.
That boy sitting sideways.
Not Paul Wall.
I will fix him in a second. We'll get him back up right. As long as his audio's working, we good. Byron, did you hear what we were talking about? Russell going to the Giants.
Sit my yak.
Byron, can you hear us?
I'm pulling my best West right now. I ain't got no Mason jar.
Well, while Wes runs tech support for Byron in the background, Durante, can I ask you a question?
Talk to me.
Have you heard? And me and the boss man were talking about it today. Have you heard that the owners in the NFL are our direct boss man? Me and Wes is direct boss man. Have you heard that the owners the competition committee is looking at banning the tush push? That's a thing that's
yeah. Oh yeah. Me and who was I
time.
talking to?
They were talking about that for.
But who was I talking to about that?
Yeah, but Wes talking about it before and then them actually getting ready to vote on it, 2 different things.
Yeah, no, they've been ready to vote on it. They delayed it again.
Yeah, but Wes been worried about the. So when he was talking about, I looked up because, like I said, I was falling asleep. But I looked up when finally something kind of perked my ears. Wes said something about, yeah. But how many times Stephen A always worried about your team? But the whole playoffs, Wes ain't paying no attention except to us. But anyway, that's no story for another day.
Yeah,
him and Steve A the same person. Except Wes got he loves Steve, but it's cool. Bro, ask me a question again.
Okay. What you think about them trying to make a and
No,
West said
actually,
they
no, I got you,
delayed?
I got you, I got you, I got you,
Okay,
I got you.
okay.
Tush push. All right, all seriousness, I tell people, and this is unbiased me talking right now. Yeah, I'm an Eagles fan, but somebody else in the league actually said AJ Brown, but somebody else like last year sometime said that. I can't remember who it was, but they said, "Hey, if we could do it, we do it too." Shit. I mean, we just gotta figure out how to stop it. It's a good play. If another team saying that, why are you upset about it? So what you telling me is, hey, Kansas, we understand Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback. We gonna have to ban him from throwing 50 yards down the field. Just do 20. Huh? If you can't stop it, sorry. Figure it out. Figure it out. I don't know what to tell you at that point. Figure it out. And that's coming from the if another team did it, I'd be like, damn, that's a play I wish you knew how to do. I'd be like, God damn, I'd be mad. I'd be like, God damn, we can't stop this shit. But it's literally a bulked up quarterback sneak. That's all it is. It's a bulked up quarterback sneak. Niggas been doing this shit for years without two people pushing. Grow up, NFL. Now y'all banning and coming from an Eagles fan that's unbiased. CD Lamb little first down move, they banning that too. Now they consider that a fine. I said, bro, can't nobody do shit in this league, man.
I'm
I'm
trying to
about to
figure out
watch
the
the other
NFL.
football.
Hey, listen, I'm with you. Here's the other thing, right? Okay,
I'm not.
it's you can't stop it, fine. Okay, but you also can't duplicate it, which means and it's not like they line up in a formation. It's not in the rule book, right? So, like in a weird sort of way, like you said, Durante, it's like they would be like, oh, I'm gonna take okay. Pat Mahomes can't sidearm passes no more. He can't freelance. They got to be straight in the pocket throws, or he got to run with it. He can't. There ain't no in between. Ain't no more random. Little flick of the wrist. No, we're not doing that. No, I mean it's just crazy to me. And the other thing, I'll say this: if a team's job, okay, a defensive job is to stop you from scoring, right? And if we break it down to smaller pieces, their job is to keep you from picking up a first down, right? If you did your job on first and second down, you won't get into a third and short because you would have stopped them on first and second down. The reason that the tush push
As you paid
works,
to do, as you
the,
paid to do.
the reason the tush push works, in addition to its schematics working, is that the defenses haven't done their job in the first two downs to keep them from tush push territory. Now, if you kept Philly, let's say it's 3rd and 5, well, the tush push is not really built for that. You could do it twice back to back and maybe pick up the first, but in theory, if it's let's say y'all are backed up against your own goal line, you're probably not going to tush push there on 3rd and 5. You could try to pick up the first. If you can't get it, you can punt it because you're just too far down the field. Unless Nick is deciding to roll the dice. Sometimes Sirianni get a little spicy, but I'm assuming it's just a regular season game. He might not get spicy in the first quarter like that. So you don't need the first down. Y'all go punt the ball, but that's because the defense did their job on the first two downs to hold you to a 3rd and 5 or more. Okay, but if you are 3rd and 2, whose fault that is? So now you get the most unstoppable play, but you didn't do your job on the
Exactly.
first 2 plays. And this is
It's
coming
just
from a
it's just
Cowboys fan
like
that has to see it.
yeah, and it's another this is my last argument, but it's a lot of corners in the league. If you ask them what's the least favorite route they like guarding, the corner route by a tight end, shoot by a good receiver that know how to run it. You're pushing them up, and then next thing you know, oh, you got all this space on your left side or your outside inside shoulder. Now you got to come over their shoulder, over their body. Whereas if you push them to the middle, you got safety help unless you play in cover two. Cool, but it's still one of the hardest routes. A lot of corners like, man, I wish we take that out of the game, but it is what it is. So I'm just trying to figure out why the league is becoming soft. That's all I want to know. That's
Well,
literally all I want to know.
so the Packers are the ones that drew this up according to ESPN. They're the ones that brought this to the table. So it wasn't even like it was a NFC East team that did this. Packers brought
But that
this up.
doesn't matter, man. The Packers, never mind. The Pack, never mind. The
Yeah, Pack
is
them
it's
up.
a
That
lot of
is
teams. It's a lot of teams in the league that say they wish. All the Cowboys fans and God's creation, except for Brand. Oh, they can't do nothing without that tush push. Y'all couldn't do nothing without Saquon. Yeah, well, we beat y'all a lot of times before Saquon. So, but anyway, y'all just pick and choose what y'all want to believe in. It's cool.
I mean,
Um,
I'll give y'all a hard time, but they can't give y'all a hard time for going out and recruiting people. That's That's
That's
outrageous.
just like when I was just a hater, and I admitted that I was just hating on Golden State. But let's be for real. Anybody else picked up Kevin Durant, who gonna be mad about it? Y'all just upset that something that Golden State was like, you know what? Now Gilbert Arenas and Kenya had a good conversation with Branch boy.
Come on, bro. Not McCants. Why he got to be my boy? That's tough.
Well,
That's tough.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have did that to you because you never do it to me. Apparently, everybody, my boy, the motherfucker down the street, the crackhead, when West, yeah, your boy. Who? I don't even know the nigga. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know you.
But get back
The
to
fuck
Brent.
you.
Get back to
All
Brent. That
right,
is his boy. Brand was into the old boy back in the day.
Me and Brent can't stand that motherfucker. Shout out to the success of the Tar
Just
Heels. He got
got
my
into the
props, but the
league, but
NBA, but
No,
in the
Wes. No,
NBA,
Wes. I gave up on that cat. When I seen Raymond Felton outperforming him in college, I said, Rashad McCants, you were supposed to have been the guy. You were supposed to be. I had to start rooting for him and Sean May. And Sean May, who no offense to Sean May, I'm gonna be real honest.
Sean
The
May
first
was
part of this,
decent.
listen, right, but the first part of the season he was mid, and I was like, if this is the best we got, because Rashad McCants can't score more than 15 points, we in trouble. Then all of a sudden, Sean May was like, I could be a little bit better than mid, and so they managed to win a national title. But Rashad McCants was arguably the fourth best player. Marvin Williams was a better player on that team than Rashad McCants was. So I'm putting Raymond Felton above him, I'm putting Sean May above him, and I'm putting Marvin Williams above him. And then it's Rashad McCants, and that's no lie.
okay.
Hey,
Ronte, what did McKids do wrong? What did he do on the couch that time? I'm sure because he messed up all the time. What did he do this time?
breathe. Now, I got a question because I was asked to bring this up. Um, this is not sports related because I was asked this by a couple people that actually listen. They don't call me because they're working there. They can't have their phone, but they do listen to the podcast. Shout out to my boy Ty. But anyway,
Shout out to
um,
the homie.
who?
I said shout out to the homie.
But yeah, no, I thought you said Kobe. I said who?
Oh,
But nah, he brought it up, and then another person that comments brought it up and was like, I can't ask this. So Brent said something last week, and I questioned it because the way he said it was funny when you said the People's Kroger. But is there a such thing as a black store? As in, which one would it be? Target, Food Line, Kroger, or Walmart? I said,
Food
huh?
Line.
I was like, you know, I'm gonna ask it. Fuck it. What would be the black people store?
If you
All
want
right,
to go with it, probably Food Line.
I'm gonna go with Food Line, and I'm gonna go with Food Line number one because what Wes led with last week a little bit. If you listen to the show about their commitment to being a decent and good employer in the 21st century, despite what other people in other places may or may not say, they're going to continue to abstain to their core principles, which is opportunity for everybody. I'll just leave it like that. Read that what you will. But yeah, I will go with the People's Food Line. Walmart is a necessary evil because sometimes because they get stuff in wholesale, like because they're so big, they can offer lower marked prices. So that gives them a competitive advantage. But if you really think about it, like, or at least for me anyway, the only reason I go to Walmart is because the things I need generally, I can't obtain them at a lesser rate. Like if I could get them for the same price, I wouldn't even go to Walmart. I'm gonna be real honest with you.
Man, I'll tell you that MVP card has been with people for quite some years, and also, and this is why also as I say Food Line, they have more locations and more diverse locations. They're not just going for the you know the big opportunities. That are right off the main road and stuff like that. They out there in your local hoods. They right there next to your Dollar Generals and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say they're more for the people. And like Brent said earlier, they're an inclusive company. They're gonna support whomever can do the job the best that they can get them to do the job. You know what I'm saying? So you could have a very diverse staff there, and it's people from your neighborhood. So shout out to the Food Line.
People from your neighborhood.
People
I,
from your neighborhood.
I'll
Yeah.
give you one more, Durante. This is no lie. I promise you this. You could. And
Uh-oh.
offline, you can ask the missus. When we go to Food Line, not only do we know the people in our food line, we may not know their names, but we build rapport. So there's one guy, he talks to me about being bald. A random subject there, but just, okay, that's one guy. There's another girl that is a young lady that works at the one on Timberlake, but she rotates between stores. She's a sister. Okay. She be in there. We chatted up. We randomly see her in the mall the other day. Right. So like, I know more of the people. Like there might be some random people, because I used to work at the Walmart on wards, that still hanging around after almost 20 years. Yeah. Still people hanging around after almost 20 years. But other than those people, like I can't tell you how many times I see, unless it's a person I make up a nickname for in my head, I can't tell you the number of people that work at Walmart that I just recognize like that work in the place. I can tell you the people that work in the people's food line. I don't know what days they be working, but I be knowing my people and they be knowing you. They be like, oh, how you doing today? You know, blah. So I will say, that's why I said food line is like the people's store. Now, maybe because I go there more frequently than Walmart, maybe that's part of it too, but
I also said he making up names for people. He got Dusty Dan and stuff like in these streets.
Grandma Ane is in the back cooking the chicken. What up, Grandma? How you doing? Hey, babe, how you doing today? I'm good. You know what I mean? But
it be like
for me, yeah, facts. But for me, obviously not Target. That is the white girl store. Probably gonna get some hate in the comments. Cool. Food Line. But what's crazy is my mom is not a Food Line person. She felt like Food Line was higher than Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went to Food Line, she'd be like, "Why you go Food Line?" Because it's an MVP card. I'd rather go Food Line than Walmart. But I understand it because she looks at it like you can get everything in Walmart. You know what I mean? Like she can go find whatever else, like more than just your normal, like let's just say the to-go containers, like you take to work or whatever. There's more variety at Walmart, so she looks at it like that, and I respect it. But price-wise, yeah, Food Line MVP card. But now, if I had to break down comparison, I feel like Kroger got better veggies than Food Line. That's just me. But other than that, we ain't gonna get too deep into that. But yeah, I was asked that question. I was like, you know what? I'll bring up a podcast. What's the black store? I was like, bro, I know you did just ask me that. But he good peoples.
I'll say that Kroger probably has a more diverse selection of items when it comes to your vegetables, as well as your like natural stuff and all that.
Yeah,
Like you're gonna have
we
a
got bigger
large
wine
selection.
selection too.
Yeah, but depending on which food line you go to, though. Some of these
Not
food lines,
Memorial. There's too many crackheads in there. I ain't got time for them.
hey,
Memorial,
they
too many
don't
crackheads.
really have the laid out wine section. But if you go to some of them, they got a nice little section stored away just for the wines and stuff like that. Also, Kimberly said white girl store is crazy.
Facts though, it's a white girl store.
And then
It's just like Starbucks.
Meredith said she's become friends with the lady that works at the food line. At the deli at the food line? Hold on, let me get this up on screen. She said I'll become best friends with the lady that works at my food line's deli. She literally invites me to her husband's retirement party. I love her so much. Oh yeah, y'all friends.
Listen, Wes.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that though. Hey,
look, everybody got a nickname. All right, so I got it's a homeboy that works in there sometimes early in the day. My man drive a Hellcat. No, he drive a Hellcat. That's Hellcat dude.
Hellcat dude is wild.
And look, and then the other day I was
he could have been Hellboy at that point.
No, that's it. Well, no, two things about homeboy. He drives a Hellcat and he's a Patriots fan. We talked sports one day. I came in, so we were talking, man. Durante, let the man live. But
Slash
listen,
his tires. I'm playing.
Listen, but like I have a better rapport, and I mean I'm not knocking stuff. But like to your mom's point, Durante, like I get it because, like I said, Walmart's a necessary evil because, like you said in that instance, right? Things are sometimes cheaper, and then the other piece is you can get more of what you need. Like you could get more of your homeware things, your automotive thing. Like it's a bigger selection. So Walmart is a necessary evil because it brings all that stuff together in one place. But like I bet you, if price was the same and the food line was closer to your mom, if she didn't need the other stuff,
she probably
that's what I said.
She got me. I was younger. My friend me cut y'all, Brent, but she put me on the FVB card when I was like growing up and whatnot. Cause she was like, it'll cut you a little bit. Then you save some cents or whatever. I was like, all right. I mean, Kroger got a Kroger card too, but I think Food Line's MVP is a lot bit better, and they have more deals like two for five strawberries or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
So I'll tell
Well,
you what it is. See,
mhm.
when you look at, I'm assuming anyway, when you look at the prices at Food Lion, you see more than one price. You see the regular price, you see the MVP price. At Walmart, you just see the price. The price is the price. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Walmart says they always got low prices. Then when I go to Food Line, I say y'all niggas lying.
Sometimes yes.
Somebody
I,
lying.
yeah, I mean, and to that point, Wes. Okay, so there are sometimes two things there, right? The other thing that comes into play with Food Line, I think that helps them is they'll have random things on sale that will outprice. That they're not always that way, but a lot of times they'll do the buy one get ones that you don't get at Walmart. That then offsets, so you get that come up. And the other thing is sometimes if you're in the store, you'll be surprised. Like you'll see an item and you'll think in your mind it would be more expensive at Food Line, but you go and look in Food Line and it's actually the same price it is at Walmart. I'll give you an example. My mom was looking for margarine the other week. I priced it on Walmart before I was going to go out, and then I just happened to go to Food Line because that's where I go. And I was in it and I seen it and it was the same exact price. I'm like, this saved me. I didn't have to go into Walmart and deal with all the people and the foolishness. I don't have to show nobody my receipt on my way out the door because I'm not buying nothing that's big enough that don't fit in a bag. Okay. By the way, like, in case y'all don't know, Walmart on Wards Road now has the headlight bulbs inside of a glass display. I had to get a store manager to open that today because they don't have anybody working automotive. So I had to find a person. Thankfully, there was one nearby, but I got that done. Like there's so much cumbersomeness to going to a Walmart at times that again, if there's not a necessary evil for me to visit the place, I just won't because there are way too many barriers and frustrations inside the people's Walmart. So yeah, I would say Food Line is more the people's Food Line than Walmart. Walmart is just a necessary evil.
I
It
heard
really
everything you
is.
said, Brad, but forgetting all that, appreciate everything. Did I hear? Did I? Was that a donkey in the background? What's going on, Durante?
I dropped my phone. I don't know what to tell you.
You didn't drop your. You didn't. Don't lie.
I
Tell
don't
us
know what the
that
fuck to tell you,
lie.
coach.
Brad, don't. This man lying to us. That's crazy. That's wild. Anyway,
I catch it on the replay. Don't worry.
You over here wilding, bro. I know you
I'm
said I had issues
wilding.
with my headphones. You said you had issues with my headphones. I don't know what to tell you, coach. I really don't.
What?
You said you had issues with my headphones, like popping and shit like that. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I know my camera was going in and out. Then I dropped my phone, so I was like, oh, fuck. So that's my bad.
Okay. Sure. Anyway, Meredith said, "Do y'all think I'm bougie?" Uh, uh,
Yes. No, fuck. Don't even just, yes. 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 Fuck that.
Well,
She
wait.
come.
So
She come into the bar. Her little group of friends. They all bougie. Can I get Cosmo? I'm just playing. No, she gonna roast me later. Cosmopolitans. No, she don't.
I bet she
so
is.
She drink.
Meredith, I take it is Miss Tarjay. Yes.
No. No. I don't think so.
Was in the comments. Who
I don't
was
think
the
so.
one that was a target person? Somebody
Oh,
said target.
Kimberly said white
Oh
girl.
yeah, Kim.
Oh,
Kim's a target person for sure.
okay,
But
okay, okay.
Meredith, she was talking about. She also had a story about the person she said facts on the nickname. She refers to her deli lady as Barbara, but she don't really know that lady's real name. Her name is
Listen,
Barbara.
when you creating stories for people, and sometimes they tell you a little bit about their life, and you're like, okay. And then I'll come back. I'll go to the car. I'll tell Holly about like if she didn't go in the store with me, I'll be in the car telling him like, sister friend was telling me about her husband and the kids and candy. Like we had that kind of rapport in Food Line. I ain't built no rapport with nobody at Walmart like
All
that.
right, now Brent, this is definitely one for you, uh, uh, because of the stores that you peruse. It might be Durante too, but mostly you. Mostly you.
Okay.
Meredith wants to know. She wants to know, what do we think the bougiest grocery stores are?
Ooh, bougiest. Okay.
Shit.
Whole Foods,
Yeah, Whole
Yeah.
Foods for sure.
Go ahead
Fresh
on put
Market,
go ahead on put my meatloaf spot in there. Mm.
Fresh Market
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
That
Fresh
meatloaf is
Market.
trash.
Uh,
That's dope.
Sometimes Wegmans.
Any place
Yeah,
you
wet.
can get any place you can't get fried chicken from or some chicken tenders around, they're gonna be bougie.
You know, you say
You
that, and
can
that's
get it
interesting
from
because
Fresh Mart, but like
I ain't got no chicken tenders or fried chicken at Fresh Market. Do
they
they?
got. I
Ain't.
swear, I
I thought
swear I
they
could be
had
wrong.
chicken in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
All
you
right.
never.
As
Who?
Brandon gonna lie to me.
Hold
Westwood.
on.
Hey, look.
I know they got a deli. They got fried chicken
I
in there.
ain't gonna lie to you, but
They
I'll
had
lie for
potato
you.
salad, Wes. I wouldn't buy it, but I mean, they got potato
They had
salad.
meatloaf too, Brand, but I learned my
Hey,
lesson.
hey, you bought it. I had better sense.
Hey, but it wasn't hot. It was cold though. So I.
Yeah.
Your potato salad cold too, Wes. I still ain't buying it, cuz.
He said potato salad cold
Now, I
too.
will. I will.
I
I will
said buying
peruse
it.
their bakery now. Their
The bakery
bakery.
is good. The bakery is good. I'll give you that.
Publix. Now, Meredith said Publix, but Publix is just gross.
Public
Nah, mm, Publix
Publix
to me is
Publix ain't bad.
no. And they sell fried chicken. And the chicken smack for me anyway.
I've heard. I've heard. I haven't
Publix
tried it
sells
yet.
fried chicken.
I
They
need to
got
try
sandwiches.
Publix.
They got all the things.
And I think I've been to 3, maybe 4 different ones. And I've never felt like out of place. Wegmans I enjoy, but Wegmans sometimes, depending on what the other customers are like and what's happening in the store, you sometimes just feel out of place. I always feel like if the people in the store with you make you feel out of place, you're in a bougie place.
The only reason that
Yeah,
Aldi makes you feel bougie
that's
is
wild.
because
That is
they
wild.
make you pay for your cart and they make you bring your own bags. That's the only reason that Aldi would make you feel bougie. Everything else about the store is
I
normal.
was about to say all the same way, but they don't make you feel. I ain't gonna say they don't make you feel bougie, but it's more of like a. I feel like they that store that's like they ain't got no money because I gotta bring my own bags.
You saving money because they ain't get no plastic bags.
I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, these niggas broke. They ain't even got no bags in here.
No.
I
They
gotta
got
put a quarter
bags,
in this
but you
thing.
got to pay for them.
And that,
I
first
gotta
off,
put
Wes,
a
let me tell you
quarter in
something
this
about them
bitch.
bags. Them bags are made out them boxes they give us for free. They take them bags somewhere, recycle them boxes, and make them bags.
Right.
Bro, the handles come off the bags. You could put air in the Aldi paper bag, and sometimes the handles just snap on you for
Oh no,
no
I would
reason.
never do that. I always get
I'm
their
trying to
actual
tell
bag.
you.
If I forget to bring a bag, I get the actual, you know, they little
Yeah,
store
Wes,
bag.
but when you got 4 of them already, you ain't buying a 5th one. That's just out of the question.
If I forget it, I will. I'm buying it.
Durante, diabolical. Ain't no way.
This nigga
What?
fired.
What you
This nigga
mean?
fired.
I'm not.
There's no yeah.
I'm getting stuff. I'm not trying to do all this extra stuff by not
I
having a decent bag.
I will turn the store upside down, inside out, looking for these free boxes before I give them another. I
I'm
got a
trying to
couple of
tell you,
these.
hey, if it's got two items in it, flip the box. I'll do I'll do the restock form. Yeah, so them two. I need this box. I'll let you boy. Have a good night.
That's
For
Listen,
that.
real.
listen, Wes. I'm so frugal about it. If there's a box, like say we go get a lot of stuff at Aldi, we doing
Mhm.
like grocery shopping for the week. If there's a box that's got like the chips in it, and so there's like 3 rows stacked, it's only 2
Mhm.
bags stuff. I'll do them a solid. I'll take the chips out, stack them on the other one, put the box in the basket. I was like, let's go.
I
It's
ain't.
a
I
good
ain't.
box.
That's
I
insane.
ain't never. Y'all really be doing this?
You give it, Wes. You giving them an
Yo,
extra
which
$1,
is all right.
$52.
After the
I'm
conversation,
restocking their
after the
shelves with it.
conversation last week, I know Wes don't do shit like that. Like he don't.
No, I
He don't do
don't.
shit like that. It
Yeah,
just don't. It just
y'all
it's
amazing me right now. And I've gone into all these with people, and they ain't done it either.
So Wesley is a person that goes to the people's stores, but he himself is bougie. He might not act bougie. He may not give the appearance of bouginess. But when it comes to purchasing things, he ain't looking for no reduction in cost. He ain't really looking at the prices till he get to the register and it's the total price. He probably don't even blink at that unless it's above a certain number. I mean, I ain't never met a person that go to the people's place but be secretly bougie. It's wild.
I mean,
he's
what
yeah.
what's the point of
He's like,
blinking
yeah, I'm just
unless
walking food line, but he like, let me walk the food line, but what they don't know is I don't look at the prices, so they ain't got to worry about it.
I mean, why would I say that to myself? I just gonna buy what I want.
Well, you say a lot of things to yourself.
I
Well, I don't know what to tell you at this point.
Wesley's mindset is fascinating to me because you heard what he said. He doesn't say like Durante, you and I, like if we was gonna be balling, we would say that to ourselves, right? Because we could be like, hey man, I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna buy whatever I'm gonna buy. Why would I say that to myself? I'm just gonna go in and buy it. Like
mean, for real. Amanda said, I got about 25 nice plastic Aldi bags because I forget them every time I
See,
go,
but
so I have to get it. That's what I'm saying.
okay, right. But Meredith, listen, and I'm not knocking that, Meredith. If
Oh,
that's in
by
your
the way, just
ministry,
letting everybody know, sun drop. We out here. Keep it going. My fault.
by the way, Meredith, I'm not knocking you if you got 25. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna be the house with 25. I refuse. And plus, I got a cat, so the box doubles as a free toy for the cat when I come home. I take the stuff out, and before the box makes its eventual way to a recycle bin nearest me, the cat gets to play. It's a free toy. I don't have to buy. Hey, cat, here's a box. Cat enjoys it, has a good time. Be randomly sitting in the box. It's just a 2-for-1 deal, and I'm not creating additional plastic waste in the house like that. But I'm not knocking y'all. Like
Right.
if you feel in your ministry that you need to buy a bag, that's fine. That ain't for me. All of them reach their bag limit with me. It's gonna be a real hard day if I buy another one of those white
Oh, they're
bags.
gonna reach the bag limit with me. I'm dead.
Hey, they nice bags though. They are nice bags.
They are nice bags, Wes. I'm not buying 25 of them. No offense, Meredith. They not gonna keep getting me over the ringer. I just deal with the free box. I'm like, now, Meredith, if I couldn't find a box and they didn't have any paper bags, then yes, ma'am, I probably had to break down, even though I wouldn't want to. It's gonna be easier for me to carry this stuff out the store. But like, am I going in there and I got, like Durante said, maybe 2 or 3 items or maybe 5? No, I'm not buying a bag. I'm probably not buying that paper bag either. I'm gonna find the littlest box I can find to stick all my little stuff in, and we going up out the door. All of them made their money from me. And eggs in Aldi are like still $5 for 12.
Yeah, I
I
fuck
can't.
I fuck with Aldi in the good way, like for real. I do fuck
Yeah.
with Aldi. They I'm trying to think. I got maybe like 4 or 5 bags from them. The little 25-cent ones though. At the one time, like at one point they were 25 cents, the little small plastic ones.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Now I fit everything in there. Oh well, let me back up. I did have to get a like one of the temperature bags just because I was getting like mean stuff, so yeah, keep stuff cool or whatever the case may be.
I mean,
But
you really got to
yeah.
get them. Pretty nice. Mike said that he said, oh, we've been to West was bougie. I guess.
Well, Mike is right. Mike is
I
right.
just
But
be living my life, man. I got nothing. I don't know what
we live in ours too, Wes. But clearly, the macroeconomics of our lives, your lives are vastly different. You know when you want to know when we know a recession is coming, long before Wes. We have to tell Wes a recession is coming, other than key indicators like the stock market or something. But like if things are high, like the prices of things are going up, and we're making decisions about what things are luxuries and not luxury, we will probably feel it and let Wes know about it before Wes knows, unless it's a key specific thing that Wes knows the price about. Normally that had to do something with technology, but I digress.
That's wild. I don't know what my other one of comments this week. Anyway, well, I guess with all that being said and looking at the time that we in, I guess we'll go ahead on and wrap up this show. We lost Byron a long time ago. I don't know what happened. But I don't know. He went to go save the world or something. I don't know. Doing Spider-Man things. I don't know. Neither here nor there. And I gotta talk to Durante after the show because this man be lying. I don't know what he got going on, but that's okay.
Finish the fucking show, Wes. God dang. Shit.
Oh man.
God damn, bro. Just finish the fucking show.
I'm working on it, man.
Damn. Hey, Byron, Holly doing her thing. Fuck Byron. I mean, not Byron. Brent, how you doing? I'm dead because Wes be like, this motherfucker lying. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I lying about? Just finish the goddamn show.
All right, well, do the Byron closing in. What Byron got going on,
man, y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all come shop Big Dogs Only. You know what I'm saying? Merch coming out soon. Fuck Durante because he want the socks. Brent, Wes, he like LeBron too much. He be on his nuts. I don't know what the fuck he be saying, baby.
That sound about accurate. Hey, y'all be sure to shop Big Dogs Only.
No, shop Big Dogs Only for real, yo. QR code, not QR code, the QR code on the screen, but
promo code
DBRAM11 for 40% off. You already know. And then Brent.
Oh, and also code EAN, experts about nothing, get you, I think, 40% off as well. So both those codes will work. There you go. Check out Gifted Hands. QR code, I think, might be up on the screen here in a moment. If you are listening and not watching, Gifted Hands 08 on Instagram. Link to her websites in the bio. Get your custom decor, your items created, your charcuterie, your events planned, you name it. She makes it come to life. If you mention the show, we got 25% off any service. So you mention Experts About Nothing, EAN. You say the 4 names that are here or some variation of those. We'll take care of you and knock a little bit off because we want to support.
You better get my
Experts
name
About
right.
Nothing.
You say Duranta. If you say Duranta, she better not give it to you. I swear to God. So she's like, yeah, that's correct. Everybody fired.
Well, they've only seen it. They've only heard it being said. They haven't seen it written because I don't have names up on the show unless it's a short or something like that. So they'll be all right. They'll get it right. Unless they're trying to troll me, then it ain't my problem. That's a whole nother issue. Anyway, yeah, y'all be sure to shop Gifted Hands. Put some money in their pockets and get something that you want custom made, or get your event planned. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of stuff that can go on this summer. The weather's probably gonna be good, so get with Gifted Hands and get you some good stuff. And with all that being said, Durante,
y'all stay safe. Y'all be good. Wes be getting on my fucking nerves. Y'all definitely message Wes and tell him shorten his shit up. This motherfucker be prolonging shit. The only thing he's used to it because he not used to it. He should be because he got short ass neck. Ain't much there. But y'all stay safe. Brush your teeth. Y'all thought I was bullshitting. Brush your teeth. Wash your ass. Use a rag. Use a loafer. But don't use your hand. You use your hand, and I find out you shook my hand, we gonna fight. Simple as that. Because that's nasty as fuck. Y'all over here scratching your ass with soap, thinking it's clean. Now you got fucking just do better. Y'all do better. Y'all do better. Y'all out here smell like a 20-year couch that a crackhead been sitting on naked. You're like, y'all gotta stop.
My goodness.
Byron has re-arrived and popped up and said short neck. Shout out to Byron and all his hearts and parts. This has been the Experts About Nothing podcast, and we out.